2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the... And we've got...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Cousins. Now Beverley, an easy 2 points on the layup. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Holiday. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And Holiday kicks to Lopez. Middleton for three. And that one is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. Beverley finds Cousins. It's 3-pointers off the mark. And the Bucks with possession. 4-point game. Here's Antetokounmpo. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2.
0 for 3 now in the early going. Just a little bit out of sync.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Giannis dishes to Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Now here's Beverley. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Nobody near George. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Bucks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And GA Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
It's tipped. Stolen by Holiday. To the middle. The kick out to Lopez. Passes it to Holiday. Back to Lopez. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And I know this coaching staff loves seeing Lopez play a physical brand of basketball, even if it means he has to take a few knocks here and there.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverley. The Bucks also changing it up. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Kennard outside for George. Here's Zubac. He can't hit that time. Good D by Lopez. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Portis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Bryn Forbes comes in for Chris Middleton. 1:49 left in the first quarter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Clippers in the lead. Outside Rondo. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Kennard for 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Portis can't get it to go. Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Jackson finds Batum, and Kennard wide open. He shoots. Offensive rebound.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Rondo on the double team. Outside Teague. Tries from 10. Portis, great positioning on the putback.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. And the dunk by Jackson.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
It's Portis, high post. Kicks it to Tucker. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the inside. Zubac, that's good.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
To the right side. Here's Nora.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach to...
And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
I like to stay locked in to the game.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of lift, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. P.J. Tucker is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Teague. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. The Bucks trail. To the paint. And Portis throws it down.
This is what they want to see. Portis finishing strong inside, making his presence felt.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Here's Antetokounmpo, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Jackson looking around. And there's the pass to Zubac. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Portis. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Connaughton passes to Portis. Top of the key, Teague. And the rejection by Zubac. And here they come. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Zubac, the pass to Jackson. That one goes. Count it. Jackson's got 7 points.
Breakdown by the defense there. Jackson, a solid mid-range shooter. You like to push him out further.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Tucker, the pass to Portis. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Zubac, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Portis has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Bobby Portis has the ability now to hit shots on all three levels.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And Middleton kicks to DiVincenzo. Pass to Lopez. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. Most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. Outside, George. Leonard against Middleton. Leonard kicks to Morris. From deep. Rebounded by the Bucks. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
And Holiday has it in the corner. Off target with his 3. LA's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. George up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's stolen by Morris. Beverly the pass to Morris. And here's George for 3. Hits it from three-point range. And now a 5-point Los Angeles lead. Bucks have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Cousins against Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. On the wing, George. Defended by Middleton. George dishes to Beverly. 5 on the clock. Yep, it counts.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Buries it down low. Giannis has got 6.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
George from deep three-point land. The shot that time not on target. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
It wasn't that long ago that Holiday suffered some injuries that had people concerned about his future.
Greg, some injuries are bad luck. We do know this. Drew Holiday's physical, he's fearless, and he doesn't know any other way to play. but thankfully he's battled through, and he is still playing at an all-star level.
And that'll be 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Outside Jackson. Leonard kicks to Jackson. Leonard looking over the floor. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Bucks trail by 5. Holiday with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And the layup is good.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Outside Leonard takes the 3. That one's not going to go. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Here's Connaughton. Got it. Good job in the low post. Connaughton's got his second basket.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. There's the triple. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Beautiful stroke, a direct result of all the hard work Leonard's put in.
Holiday against Jackson. Here's Lopez. No good on that one. Nice D from Cousins. Clippers leading by 4. Here's Leonard. It's blocked. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Lopez. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. From deep three-point range. Cousins inside. Defended by DiVincenzo.
Aggressive move by one of the most talented bigs in the game. DeMarcus Cousins is focused right now.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Outside Jackson. Deflects the pass. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Kennard, he's checked in for Cousins. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. Rondo against Teague. The teardrop falls in.
And when Teague is hitting with his floater, he is so dangerous once he gets into the teeth of the defense.
Kennard on the wing. Inside and stolen by Portis. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Bobby Portis doesn't mind a physical game. He takes it and he dishes it out.
Both shots good from the stripe. 19 seconds left in the third. Rondo passes to Leonard. Chalk up 2 there. Leonard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Got it off in time, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. They lead by 4. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. And there's Teague, and it's Forbes in at the 2. Rondo kicks to Kennard. Rondo against Teague. Rondo passes to Leonard. Out to Morris. Passes to Rondo. Clock at 6. To the paint. Another shot. And Leonard with the lay-in. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Great anticipation. He has great hands. Kawhi gobbles up second chance opportunities.
Here's Teague. He kicks it to Tucker. To the inside. There's Portis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Speaking of Bobby Portis, he's going to fight. He's going to scrap. He's going to give you maximum effort every night.
And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. George finds Kennard. And here is Cousins. Goes to the reverse layup and cracks it in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Teague, the pass to Middleton. Over Kennard. Here's Portis. The pass to Forbes. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Teague with a clean look. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's George. He gets it in there. And now an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
To the middle. Here's Teague. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. And it's Teague. That time on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Count the basket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Antetokounmpo against Morris. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Beverley. Here's George. Cousins finds George. Out to Morris. Out to the right wing. Here's Beverley. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard, he's checked in for Kennard. And then for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Drew Holiday in for Jeff Teague. It's the first. That narrows the gap to 7. He hits both from the stripe.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Beverley, the pass to Cousins. Here's the dish to Leonard. Back to Cousins. Lopez with the steal. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Giannis. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Such opportunistic basketball right there, and that's when they desperately needed it.
Outside Leonard. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter of this one. George. And George with the stuff.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points this quarter.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Now Beverly. Pass to George. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Ooh, the craftiness of PG-13. Awesome job pulling the defender and jumping into the contact.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Good job. Want to keep fueling that lead. Make your free throws.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
Holiday against Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. Beverly against Holiday. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
When momentum is crucial, Holiday steps up his level of play.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, George. Back to Beverly. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Quick first step. Beverly showing he's not just a three-point shooter at the offensive end.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Holiday with the 3. No good on the shot. So the Clippers with the win. It was, thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. Now here is George. Lillard with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
And it's Lillard again missing. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard, that's for two. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now here's Lillard. Three-pointer. And it's Lillard again missing. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. The Clippers keep it alive. Outside for George. Here's the three. Leonard on the wing. From deep. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, sometimes he's going to keep the possession alive. Sometimes he's going to commit the foul.
Cantor checked in for Nurkic.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from them. Defensive breakdown. And they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Now Covington. After the missed three from Reggie Jackson, Covington kicks to Powell. From deep three-point range, again the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Powell against George. And it's Portland with the rebound.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Powell, that's good.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
The three from George. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 5 points so far. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Now here's McCollum. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Cantor able to finish.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Jackson against Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 4-on-3 break. .109 left to play in the first. The shot by Powell, no good. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. That bucket in no time at all. He's got 8.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Covington. And Covington stays with it.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. Fires the three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
McCollum with the ball. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside, George. Fires from deep. And Cantor pulls it down. Stolen by Zubac. Morris, left side. This one for three. Hands it from downtown.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Rajon Rondo is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. Trailblazers trail by 10. Anthony, the pass to Jones. Pulls up on the elbow. Keeps it alive. And staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his first bucket in this one.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip.
Pass to Kennard. From deep. That one, no good. And it's Portland the other way. Floats it up there for Nurkic. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Well, for a point guard, despite shaky range, Rondo has a pretty good field goal percentage for his career. A lot of that is shot selection.
Trailblazers trail by 8.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Kennard's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Nobody near Nurkic. Portland again missing. Los Angeles leading by 7. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Simons. His three-pointers off the mark. LA's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. From past the arc, trains the three-pointer. Mann's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Well, when Batum spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
And the basket by McCollum.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
He lobs it up. Just a man. 6 to shoot. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Kept alive. And Cousins kicks to Rondo. Kennard for 3. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
McCollum, no good.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Kennard's shot is off.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Morris with the bucket.
Well, yeah, Morris is just a tremendous shooter. He has great touch from beyond the arc.
Powell for three. Rebound by the Clippers.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
The shot by George, wide open. No good there. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Nurkic in the post, covered by Morris. Nurkic can't hit. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Leonard, no luck. Portland's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Cantor's shot is off. Clippers leading by 11. Fires for 3. And it's Leonard missing. Now Powell. Up again and staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle point, and so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Ahead by 9 is the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you back. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a 9-point lead. Shaq, well, and that does it for our...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in its small forward. Back to George. Lets the three fly. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
Lillard misses. Los Angeles leading by 9. Leonard with no one around. Not enough on that one as it misses. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Kicks it out to McCollum. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Clippers shooting 41% for the game. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
And here's George for 3. No good that time. And it's Portland the other way.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. Beverly dishes to Morris. A 3-ball. The offensive rebound. Outside, George kicks to Morris. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Lillard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, Covington. No good on the 3. Los Angeles leading by A three from Leonard. Buries the long-range jumper. Leonard's got his third bucket of the night.
And in college, Leonard was a 25% shooter from three. Boy, how times have changed. And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Trailblazers trail by 11. For three. Here's Nurkic. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside for George. From deep. The long distance three is buried. George has got 17.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Lillard with the bucket.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure what this guy was in the first half.
From deep, George. That doesn't go either for George. Trailblazers trail by 9. And a wide open look for McCollum. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Sinks the triple. George has got 9 points in the quarter.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Lillard from outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Leonard, no luck.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Lillard with no one around. Drills the three-pointer. 12 points for him.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
The three. George, no good. Trailblazers trail by 9. And here's McCollum for three. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
The three from George. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The 9-foot shot. And Nurkic finishes inside. And now it's only a 5-point Clipper lead.
Sometimes it's impossible to contain Nurkic. At his height and weight, he's great at finishing through contact.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. Why even bring it inside when you've got him on the perimeter? After that quarter, his three-point total stands at 6. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Batum. Rajon Rondo is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. They get a hand on it. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
To the wing right side. Man. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 6. And here's Anthony from the arc. Connects from 3-point range.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Rondo scanning the floor. Cousins trying to free himself up. Rondo's shot is good.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
3-pointer, Lillard. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. There's the three. Good D by Rondo.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting. And the D, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
Kennard on the wing. Buries it from three-point range. And now it's an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
The range on Kennard's shot just keeps getting better. He's a real threat at the arc.
From deep three-point range. And it's Simons missing. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Pass to man. Right side Rondo. No one near him. And Cancer pulls it down.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count him. But he doesn't have a clear path to the hoop, so why not? Pull up and bury the three in transition.
Outside Rondo. Lays it up and banks it in. Rondo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, as a defender, you can never let Rondo get going to the hoop. Make him take the check.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Portland also making some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
And a deep three from George. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. Three-pointer, Lillard, and the Trailblazers, another three.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
There's 1:38 left in the game. Jackson passes to Zubac, and Leonard has it in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Back to Zubac, outside for Jackson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Trailblazers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Down low, here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Look at Enes Kanter maintaining that competitive energy. Finds a big shot to keep them in it.
Morris passes to Zubac. Here's Leonard. Zubac. Good!
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by George. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It's up a three. And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. It seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's George finishing it off.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
Here is Lillard. It counts.
And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 2. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Or they could take the lead if they play for the 3. Interesting decision.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. Slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. Just 2 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And out out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. What a shot. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The view high above our broadcast. Now let's send it down to
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Jordan. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Brown in at the two-guard spot. And for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Beverly in at the one. Here's Harden, and there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Cousins.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
And George, here we go, hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
Now, here is George. And here's Leonard.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And it's Brown that time on the assist from KD.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Back to Harden. Outside, KD. Clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Jordan. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
With the putback. And George able to finish. George has got 7 points.
You simply have got to respect Paul George's anticipatory skills there. The long body, the quick reactions. What a nice play.
Now, here is Harden. Out to KD. Back to Harden. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Harden's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a picture-perfect pass. Woo-hoo.
And here's George for 3. Floats it up for Cousins, and stolen by Jordan. And now the fast break, Durant with the ball. From deep. The Clippers grab the miss. Beverly the pass to Cousins. Out to Morris. George against Brown. Brooklyn trailing. Harden scanning the floor. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
George against Brown. Now, here's George. He's covered closely. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Harden finds Brown. Here's Jordan. 4 on the shot clock. It's Harden with the drive. From 10 feet out, Jordan can't get it to go. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Well, everybody in the NBA should have the floater as part of their arsenal. Leonard makes it look easy.
Durant kicks to Brown. Back to KD. Pass to Harris. Harden outside. Goes back up. And Jordan with the layup.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
Now, here is George. 9 points in the game so far. Cousins, the pass to Leonard. And it's good for 2.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Here is Harden. He has 6. Brown outside. Kicks it out to Harden. It's Durant on the wing. Pops it up for Jordan. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9. And And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Batuma's out there with Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo. And there's Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Irving against Rondo. Irving dishes to Griffin. And he makes that one.
Kyrie Irving can be devastating in the pick and roll. The creativity and decision-making simply outstanding.
Rondo bounce pass. Jackson finds Zubac. Outside for Rondo. Jackson from long range. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Nets trail by 3. Now, here is Irving. And the rejection by Zubac. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving passes to Griffin. Here's Claxton. Back to Griffin. 5 to shoot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Shot clock at 2. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers leading by 3. Now Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. And the Nets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Kennard up top. Guarded by Harden. Kennard kicks to Jackson. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Here's Harden. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Irving against Jackson. Zubac. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. Yeah, that's how you have to play this guy. You got to play him straight up and be balanced.
Jackson finds Zubac. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Zubac has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Clippers, Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Luke Kennard. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Kevin Durant comes in for Green. The Nets working the ball around now. Irving passes to Harden. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first half. Now the pass to George. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Trailing by 5. Durant wide open. He fires. They get it back. Harden can't hit.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
The drive by KD. A special move before the shot.
Boy, KD just lethal on the drive to the rack, and he gets a head of steam behind him. Forget about it.
Over to the left wing. Cousins against Jordan. And George with the stuff.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer. He is a high flyer.
It's Harden with the drive. Claxton, no good. Los Angeles leading by 5. Right side, Leonard. Nets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. George against Durant. Harden outside. Just 5 on the clock. Outside for Jordan. Outside Irving. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, the shot clock near 0. There is no doubt Irving is connecting there. He seems very assured in low clock situations.
And a close game so far through the first 2. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 11 points and 4 rebounds. And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Brown. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the small forward. Durant, that's good.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. The 3 from Harden. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's George, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Don't sleep on Paul George's verticality. How nice was that finish?
Harden dishes to Brown. Releases. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the inside. George. It's good. George has got 15 points.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. George way outside. Leonard finds Cousins. Tries again. Leonard with no one around. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, incredible improvement in Kawhi Leonard's jumper since he came into the league. Give credit to the time spent in San Antonio.
It's Durant on the wing. Back to Harden. KD passes to Harden. It's not going to go for him. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Leonard inside, guarded by Harden. Back to Leonard. And Jordan sends it back.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for Brooklyn, Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on and on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Harden the pass to Irving. Back to Harden. On the wing, Harris. Guarded by Jackson. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Harris. And that's 13 points for James Harden.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Rondo kicks to Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Harden against Rondo. Harris passes to Green. And here's Harden. Oh, Griffin in position.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum.
James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. Back right after this. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Nets with the lead. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Luke Kennard. And there's Jackson, and it's man in at the three. And Cousins throws it down.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Pass to Harden. Outside, Green. Pass to Brown. Kennard against Harden. Over Kennard. Harden can't hit. The Clippers shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Batum attacking. Now the feed to Cousins. Rebounded by the Nets. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden's got the ball, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley comes in for Reggie Jackson. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Jeff Green.
what a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Leonard against Brown. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Harden kicks to Brown. Back to Harden. Beyond the arc. The Nets working the ball around now. Out to Harris. The pass to Jordan. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Beverly, and he makes good on the layup. Beverly's got his first basket.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverly finding a driving lane and finishing.
Brown dishes to Harden. And it's off from three-point range.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Leonard from deep, three-point land. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And an intentional foul right there. Here's Harden. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Cousins.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Here's Beverly to the paint. Here's Cousins. Kicks it out to Leonard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Nets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Outside for KD. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 4 assists in the game.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Here's George. And Cousins gets it to go.
This is when you go to your big-time shot makers. Cousins, yes, sir.
A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Brown outside. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball. Back to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Harden outside. From downtown, Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Leonard. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harden the pass to Harris. Back to Harden. Inside. Here's Jordan. Out to Harris. From outside the arc. He is hauled in by Paul George.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Beverly wide open. Misses the 3.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
and you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Leonard on the wing. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Marcus Morris. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3. Now Zubac. Paul George missing from long range. Middleton with it. Leonard picks him up. DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. Trying to get open is Lopez. And it's Giannis missing. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pushing it up. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Back to Morris. Clock at 6. Here's George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. And good that time.
Lopez powering through that time.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. A three from Leonard. That shot, no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Lopez kicks to Middleton. The Bucks working the ball around. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Middleton.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
George against DiVincenzo. Throws it up high.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Giannis outside. Leonard against Middleton. Takes a three. They grab their own miss. And Antetokounmpo on the follow.
Great instincts by Giannis. Superb timing, and then he pounced on top of that miss.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. To the middle. Outside for George. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A different look from Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Middleton can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 4. Floats it up for Cousins. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. The finish and the dunk by Giannis.
Open up the floodgates and let Giannis run through. What a joy to watch him in transition.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Rondo against Holiday. The drive by Rondo. Can't hit that one.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Here is Rondo after the basket by Milwaukee. Outside, George. From the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. George has got 5 now.
Well, an accurate three-point shooter. Paul George can get it going from distance.
Tucker, the pass to Antetokounmpo. The shake, and Giannis throws it down.
And guys, it doesn't matter who you're rooting for. You've got to appreciate a reverse jam like that.
Greg, those kinds of dunks are how reputations are built.
Yes.
Now, here is George. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
Bucks leading by 5. So the wing on the left. Holiday surveying the floor. Floats it up for Giannis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Outside, George shoots the 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Connaughton has it in the corner. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Bucks lead by 10. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee.
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And, Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Patrick Beverley out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. Teague against Beverley. Knocked loose. The feed to Batum. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks leading by 8. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Mann. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Cousins. Stolen by Tucker. Here's Forbes. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Forbes has got the lead up to 11 now for Milwaukee. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Yeah, he's got to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Jackson passes to Zubac. He kicks it to Beverley. And here's Morris for 3. A rebound by the Bucks. Here's Connaughton. Here's Teague. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
The 3. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Bucks leading by 11. Right wing. The Bucks working the ball around. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Rondo's checked in. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Lopez, no luck. Clippers trail by 11. Morris dishes to Jackson. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Clippers missing. For Milwaukee, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Middleton against Morris. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Lopez has got 6 points.
A great floor awareness as Antetokounmpo has a sense for when the D has overcommitted or shifted his way, and then he finds where his teammate is open on the floor.
And the basket by Jackson.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. There's 48 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Antetokounmpo. That shot off the mark. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Now here is Holiday. No points in the game yet for him. Jackson against DiVincenzo. He can't get that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. A three for DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here's Morris for 3. The shot, no good. No good that time. And so we conclude the first half. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Milwaukee leading by 9.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
George dishes to Morris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Brook Lopez. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. To the paint. And he banks in the layup. DiVincenzo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Middleton right now seeing the floor and delivering the ball well to his teammates. Good at finding the open man.
Oh, Leonard in position. The shot comes out.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players react. You just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight. I'm not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Portis can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 15. Here's Batum, and Batum throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Forbes. Offensive rebound.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
For Los Angeles, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Deep 2 from Beverly. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Clippers trail by 17. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Now the dish to Cousins. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Lopez. Bucks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Batum. Kennard on the wing. A second chance effort. Cousins trying to free himself up. And the layup good by Beverly.
He's attacking right now. Patrick Beverly just getting fired up, and his team is doing the same.
And here is DiVincenzo. 7 points in the game. Passes it to Forbes. Here's Portis. 6 to shoot. DiVincenzo kicks to Portis. Cousins with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Batum. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Here's George. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Teague against Rondo. And the rejection by Zubac. And now the fast break. George with the ball.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. 9 seconds left to play in the third. Now Teague. 3 seconds left. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 11-point cushion. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Rajon Rondo. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2 spot. Outside Holiday. Teardrop shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Bucks lead by 11.
Killing them softly there. Holiday with the floater over the top. And that puts the D in a tough spot.
It's George on the wing. Here's Zubac. Now, here is George. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He said, "This is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now."
Out to the right wing. Rondo finds George. For the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Here's Holiday. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Rondo passes to Leonard. To the left wing. Outside Rondo, just 5 to shoot. The shot by George, wide open. It's good from long range. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
And trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game, 1 in each half.
Middleton against Leonard. Middleton can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 11. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. And the Bucks making a change here. Connaughton's checked in. And the Clippers with a change here too. Jackson's checked in. George passes to Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. Second shot opportunity. George, no good. Milwaukee leading by 11. Outside Holiday. Here's Lopez, and he uses the glass on the layup. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV. Many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Didn't miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Oh, ouch. Leonard fires away from outside. Los Angeles with another miss. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Milwaukee.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Giannis.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
41 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And here's Middleton, down to 5 on the shot clock. They get the rebound to the right side. There's the pass to Holiday. From deep three-point range, and with the rebound. Beverly with the ball. Los Angeles with another miss. Lopez outside. Launches a 3. And the Bucks miss again. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the tunnel. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2 spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And here's Covington from the arc. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's George missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And it's Lillard missing. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Nurkic with the steal. Powell with it. Guarded now by Morris. McCollum dishes to Covington. And a wide open look for McCollum. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Jackson misses.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down.
And McCollum is good for 3. McCollum's got 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
George with no one around. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here is Lillard, and there's the feed to Covington. Back to Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Powell, the pass to Covington. And it's McCollum in the corner. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the 3 off target. Clippers trail by 5. It's deflected, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. The Clippers also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul, and he's on his way to the free throw line.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
A different look now for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for Lillard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. McCollum feeling it out a bit from outside the arc. But they'll get another chance. Simons, the pass to Cantor. And here's McCollum for 3. Cousins pulls it in. The Clippers trail. Here's Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
The dribble drive, yet another tool in Leonard's extensive arsenal, earns him a trip to the line.
For Los Angeles, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling, and the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
A 3 from McCollum. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Here's Simons. Takes a 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Outside Rondo. Cousins inside. Second chance shot, and it's good off the glass.
One thing about DeMarcus, he's got an edge to him, and a lot of the time, it works to his advantage.
McCollum outside. Again, McCollum missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Here's McCollum. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Here's the three. And McCollum is good for three. McCollum's got his third basket of the night right there.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Now here's Cousins. Passes it to Kennard. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Cousins inside. He's covered by Cantor, and that one's good. Cousins.
This is the look you want. High percentage. DeMarcus putting himself in a position to succeed.
And McCollum puts up a deep three. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. It could go. And no good on the last second attempt this time. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got... Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his...
I know that when the main guy...
I think he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Patrick Beverly. Batuma's out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's man in at the two guard. And stolen by Cousins. From deep. Poke loose. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Damian Lillard's checked in for McCollum. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Morris is checked in. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Now Lillard from deep three-point range sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 5 points so far. Beverly against Lillard. Cousins, no one around him, and the Clippers miss again. Portland leading. Here's Jones, and the rejection by Cousins.
Great anticipation by DeMarcus. His instincts are excellent pretty much in every phase of the game.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cantor finds Anthony, and it's in there. Anthony's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot, and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
And it's Beverly missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Simons surveying the D. The putback, and Cantor able to finish. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And here's Anthony for 3. That shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Portland's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter. Only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Cantor. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Beverly wide open. Off target from 3-point range. Trailblazers leading by 4.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him. Off the dribble, Beverly is dangerous. Can turn the corner or rise up and shoot over you.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And a miss there on the triple.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons. And George gets it to go.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
Portland trailing here. Now here's Powell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Trying to get his man back for the last 3. It helps to not make this personal.
Taken away by Anthony. He's all alone. And finished off by Nurkic.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
with confidence to attempt an alley-oop to himself. The Trailblazers shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Jackson. It's hauled in by George. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morris has got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Clippers. Lillard outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
The 3 from George. He can't get that one to fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. Guys. And that does it for our halftime show. We now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Outside for George. From deep. Powell pulls it in. George has gone 2 for 8, shooting just 25% from the field. Here's Powell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the inside. Outside for George. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft,
Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Leonard, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Powell, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, you need to start somewhere. After 4 straight misses this half, let's see if this gets them going.
Jackson drives in. A 3 from Morris. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Covington kicks to Lillard. There's the triple. They get it back. Nurkic back to Covington. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. From down in the low post, it goes. Leonard's got 9 points.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
That's a 2 from Lillard, and he's finally able to knock one down.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Outside, George. Fires from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
Whatever they did right in the first half defensively, we're not seeing it now.
Three-pointer, Lillard hits it from three-point range. 13 points in the game.
Yeah, that's a great shot. 3rd 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
Back to Covington. Tips it up. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his 2nd basket of the night.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
From deep, George. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Clippers lead by 2.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his 2nd 3 of this half, 3rd of the night.
Lillard from deep three-point land, and the Trailblazers another 3.
Hey, continue to stack it up from 3. He's got 2 in each half so far.
Outside, George. For 3. Portland grabs the miss. Lillard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Left side, Rondo. Shoots over Lillard. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 13 with that last one. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And just a shade over 70% from the line a season ago. That's an area I'm sure he wants to improve.
And Kanter drops them both.
And, you know, Kanter can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Rondo finds Zubac, and he comes up with the deuce.
And, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Rondo against Lillard. From deep three-point range. That one, no good. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
3 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 spot. A shot by Batum, no good. Trailblazers leading by 3. And here's Anthony from the arc. Offensive rebound. And Cantor able to finish.
They continue to battle out there. So close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Kennard with the ball. Right side, Rondo. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Powell, no one around him, hits the three-point bomb. And now an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Floats one. Rondo can't get it to go.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Here's Jones. Oh, what a play!
Watch it!
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. Lillard fires away from way outside. The shot misses. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Rondo. And the layup's good off the glass. Rondo's got his first points of the game.
Rondo slicing them up with a sick dribble move. Man, he can be tough to stay in front of.
And McCollum launches it from deep. Portland again missing.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Beverly for 3. And the 3 ball is good.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Rondo, no good. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
And there's Lillard on the assist by Cantor. Cantor's got 3 assists tonight. Rondo scanning the floor from downtown. Powell pulls it in. Portland leading by 10. A 3 from McCollum. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Morris is checked in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. George is checked in for Patrick Beverly. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Jackson misses. Portland's got a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Lillard fires away from way outside, but he recovers it. 1:25 left in the fourth. Count that one. Lillard's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland.
And it was going back and forth there for a while, but now starting to just stretch out that lead a bit. They're definitely looking like the better team.
And the Clippers miss again.
Okay, that's frustrating. We work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
It's good on the putback. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 20 rebounds.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Trailblazers.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lillard.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
And George gets it to go.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
Just think where they'd be without all the work he's done from the three-point line today.
And it's Lillard missing. Zubac the pass to George. From deep. Leases one from three.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
And a deep three from Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to... The traffic in New York City. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point. And for Brooklyn, we've got Harden. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Jordan. And it's Irving at the 2 spot. Now here's Irving. Griffin kicks to Irving. Back to Griffin. Over Morris. Griffin's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Leonard the pass to Cousins. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Durant dishes to Griffin. Shoots over Leonard. The Nets working the ball around now. No problems knocking that one down. Right now, both these sides dealing with injuries. We won't be seeing either of them at 100%.
I agree with you, Kevin. It's been tough for both of these teams as they work through their rotations due to the injury bug. Credit goes to not only the coaches for trying to plug the holes and manage their rosters, but to the players. You know, when you're a pro, even if you're not initially in the rotation, you've got to always be ready to go. And these guys have stepped up well, the reserves.
From deep, Harden doesn't go for it. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And George with the stuff.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Now here is Irving. Harden outside from past the arc. Durant kicks to Harden. It's hauled in by Paul George.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Now here's Harden. Irving with the ball. Leonard picks him up. KD passes to Harden. Let's keep it alive. And a deep 3 from Irving. Drains the three-pointer.
Boy, his flair for the spectacular has you holding your breath every time Kyrie has the ball.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here is Harden. And the pass to Irving. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
All Irving needs is just a little room to convert, and he's good to go.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now, here is Harden. Passes to Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. They get a hand on it. Stolen by George. And it's Rondo penetrating. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact. And he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Well, that's just cunning and crafty by Rondo. Drives in looking to draw a foul and hoping to knock down the shot as well. That's just good basketball.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Jackson comes in for George. Here's Claxton. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 6. Harden outside. Shoots it up. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
On the wing, Harris. 1:06 left in the first quarter of the game. Green against Zubac. Now Harden. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Claxton. Kicks it out to Harden. And the wide open shot from Green. No good from outside. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters. And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Man's checked in. That's good from Harris on the assist from Harden.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Kennard. Down low, Zubac. Back to Kennard. And that one, good.
And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Claxton. Shoots over Zubac. Misses off the right iron. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big game.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden. And it's Claxton in at the center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Jackson. In the corner, Kennard with it. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Zubac trying to break loose. A shot by Batum, no good. The pass to Harris. Back to Harden. And then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats a Zubac.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Puts up a three. Good on the triple. Harris has got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
Bobbed up there for Green, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Green. KD's checked in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Now here's Jordan. Following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Shot clock at 5. Out to KD. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Over Cousins. And it comes off the front of the rim. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Trying to end the drought. He lays it in. Cousins has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll? Oof.
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And You know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Nets?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
George passes to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now, here is Harden. Outside Durant. Kicks it out to Harden. Pops it up for Jordan. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Rondo against KD. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Brown is checked in for Brooklyn. And the Clippers with the change here, too. Morris is checked in for Luke Kennard. Irving kicks to KD. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Now, here's Brown. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Irving dishes to Durant. The kick out to Brown. Back to Durant. Three-pointer. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. George, that's a two-pointer. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with Ben. And that's going to do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Los Angeles leading by 3. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Morris, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Cousins in at the 5. Now Irving. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Irving makes it off the glass. Irving's got the first bucket of the third here for the Nets.
Well, you simply can't guard that. Irving's just too nimble. Easily gets himself free of the defender.
George with the ball. And here's Beverly. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. And Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
KD finds Johnson. Durant against Leonard. KD looking around. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Now here's Leonard. Cousins inside, guarded by Jordan. And that one's good. Leonard
has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Outside Irving. Jacks up a three. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They lead by 4. And Jordan sends it back. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Oh, Griffin in position and stolen by Cousins. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Cousins. Leonard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Jordan. Paul George with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Hey, it's one thing to have the physical attributes, the length, the athleticism to play good defense, but the other part of it is the instinct. And George thinks and feels things defensively as well as anybody in the league, and really excellent instincts at that end of the floor.
Here is Durant. The Clippers getting the bucket.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
1:51 left in the third. Here's George. Basket counts. George has got 6 points.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Here is Durant. To the paint. The kick out to Irving. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
George passes to Beverly. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Here's Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Cousins imposing his will that time against pretty good defense.
Now Durant. To the inside. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
The defensive awareness, the timing. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
James Harden. He's checked in for Tyler Johnson. Rondo against Harden. To the middle. And the dunk by Zubac.
Hey, you can't forget about this now. Rondo's averaged double-digit assists multiple seasons. As good a passer as any in this league.
Now, here is Irving. 9 points in the game so far. Durant kicks to Jordan. Harden the pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. In the corner, Irving with it. Shoots from the line. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
Back to Jackson. Lots of room. Unable to get that one.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Brown out there with Harden. Then there's Harris. And it's Green. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. So that's the Nets 5.
Nobody better at running the screen and roll than Harden. He's conniving, creative, pacing, spacing, all of that on display. Incredible in the pick and roll.
Here's Mann. Outside Jackson for the 3. That shot misses. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Los Angeles on D. Harden the pass to Claxton. Brown outside. 4 on the clock. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Claxton, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Green. KD's checked in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for Brown. Cousins, no good.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. Inside, here's Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
That's not too difficult for DeMarcus Cousins now. I like that he doesn't settle for the layup there. Instead, throws it down.
Irving finds Griffin. Back to Irving. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's George. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Shot is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart pass. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
And Beverly kicks to Cousins. Five to shoot. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. The feed to Cousins.
Well, you've got to respect Jordan as a shot blocker. He's one of the best in the league. His length and explosiveness make him a great rim protector. Boy, you need a...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Teron Lewis, who talked to the team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you, we'll win this game. Back to you.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. KD finds Irving. Back to Durant. No good. That would have tied it. Clippers leading by 3. Here's George. Pass to Cousins. Leonard with no one around. No good with the triple. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Irving. And a wide open look for Jordan. No good off the back of the rim. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Now here's Harden. Durant in the corner. Outside Irving. the pass to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Harden. This one for 3. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Leonard looking over the floor. Back to George. Down low. Here's Cousins. Count!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Harden the pass to Griffin. It's stolen by Morris. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Harden kicks to Jordan. No good. So the Clippers with the win. This was a hard-fought, David. Thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.